Jana Duggar, a prominent figure from the reality television show *19 Kids and Counting*, has found herself at the center of public scrutiny once again. As she navigates her sixth pregnancy with husband Ben Seawold, Jana has taken to social media, specifically YouTube, to address the barrage of unsolicited and often harsh comments aimed at her growing family. Among the most frequent criticisms is the suggestion that she and Ben are breeding like rabbits, a phrase that many find both rude and unnecessarily judgmental. In response, Jana has made it clear that she will not tolerate such negativity without pushing back. In a recent video posted on her YouTube channel, Jana directly addressed the hurtful remarks that have followed her throughout her pregnancies. She acknowledged that while she expects some level of public opinion due to her fame, she finds many comments to be overly intrusive and cruel. Specifically, she noted how some individuals have compared her family planning choices to those of her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, who famously raised 19 children. Jana emphasized that while she respects her parents' life decisions, she is forging her own path and does not intend to replicate their exact family size. The criticism surrounding Jana's reproductive choices appears to stem from broader societal debates about family planning, population growth, and personal autonomy. Some critics argue that having a large number of children is irresponsible or unsustainable, especially in an era increasingly concerned with environmental impact and resource allocation. Others seem to take issue with the perceived religious or cultural motivations behind large families, particularly when they are associated with conservative values. Jana and Ben Seawold, who openly express their Christian faith, have been vocal about viewing each child as a blessing, a perspective that often clashes with more secular viewpoints on parenthood. Despite these tensions, Jana has remained steadfast in defending her right to make personal decisions about her body and family without public interference. In her YouTube response, she reiterated that every pregnancy is unique and that no two people experience parenthood in exactly the same way. She also expressed frustration over the idea that anyone would feel entitled to judge her choices simply because she grew up in the public eye. "I understand that people watch our show and feel like they know us personally," Jana said, "but that doesn't give them the right to make cruel assumptions about our lives." This sentiment was echoed by Ben Seawold, who has stood by his wife through the ongoing wave of criticism. He has publicly supported Jana's decision to speak out against negativity and has encouraged others to refrain from making snap judgments about families they do not fully understand. Together, the couple has sought to maintain a sense of normalcy for themselves and their children, despite the constant media attention that comes with being part of the Duggar family. Jana's decision to confront these comments head-on has sparked mixed reactions online. Some fans and followers have praised her for standing up for herself and advocating for respectful discourse around sensitive topics like reproduction and parenting styles. Others, however, continue to criticize her family planning choices, suggesting that 6 children, with potentially more on the way, is excessive and unnecessary. The divide in public opinion reflects broader cultural debates about what constitutes responsible parenthood and whether public figures should be held to different standards than private citizens. Interestingly, Jana has pointed out that much of the criticism she receives seems rooted in assumptions rather than facts. Many commenters appear to believe that she and Ben are deliberately trying to match or exceed her parents' record-breaking family size, but Jana has clarified that this is not the case. While she admires her mother's ability to manage a large household, she has stated that she does not plan to come anywhere near 19 children. Instead, she and Ben are focused on raising their children with love, faith, and intentionality, regardless of how many they ultimately have. One of the key points Jana has made in her defense is that every family dynamic is different. What works for one couple may not work for another, and blanket judgments rarely take into account the complexities of individual circumstances. Jessa and Ben have spoken openly about their desire to provide their children with strong moral foundations, rooted in their shared faith and commitment to each other. They also emphasize the importance of financial stability and emotional preparedness when welcoming new additions to their family, a nuance that many critics overlook in favor of sensationalized commentary. Furthermore, Jessa has highlighted the importance of mental health during pregnancy, noting that negative online interactions can take a toll on expectant mothers. She has encouraged others in similar positions to prioritize self-care and seek support when dealing with external pressures. By speaking candidly about her own experiences, Jessa hopes to foster greater empathy and understanding among viewers and commenters alike. In addition to addressing the breeding like rabbits accusations, Jessa has also touched on broader themes related to privacy, consent, and digital boundaries. She has questioned whether it is fair for strangers to weigh in on deeply personal aspects of someone else's life, particularly when those opinions are delivered anonymously and without accountability. Her reflections have prompted discussions about the ethical responsibilities of internet users when engaging with content created by public figures. Ultimately, Jana Duggar's response serves as a reminder that even those in the public eye deserve dignity and respect. While celebrity culture often blurs the line between admiration and intrusion, Jessa has drawn a firm boundary around her family's private life. She continues to use her platform not only to share glimpses of her daily experiences, but also to advocate for kindness, compassion, and thoughtful dialogue in an increasingly polarized world. As Jessa prepares for the arrival of her sixth child, she remains committed to living authentically and unapologetically. Whether through heartfelt videos, candid interviews, or simple acts of maternal care, she continues to assert her right to define her own narrative, on her terms and without apology. Jim Bob Duggar, the patriarch of the well-known Duggar family, has long been a figure of public interest due to his large household and conservative values. With 19 children, many of whom are now married and raising families of their own, managing finances within the Duggar household has always been a complex task. Despite occasional financial struggles, such as past reports of bankruptcy filings, Jim Bob and his wife Michelle have maintained a strong presence in both their community and media circles. Their influence extends beyond personal finances, shaping the economic decisions of their adult children, particularly when it comes to major life purchases like homes. Real estate investments have played a significant role in the Duggar family's financial strategy over the years. The family has been known to buy and sell properties, sometimes purchasing homes for their children or renting out houses for additional income. This approach aligns with their broader emphasis on self-sufficiency and careful financial planning. Given this history, Jim Bob's recent purchase of a $1 million house in Arkansas appears consistent with the family's established pattern of strategic real estate decisions. However, what sets this transaction apart is the speculation surrounding its intended recipient, Jana Duggar, the wife of their son Josh Duggar. The circumstances surrounding Anna's potential need for a new residence remain largely unconfirmed, but several factors contribute to the assumption that she may be the beneficiary of this property. Josh Duggar has faced legal troubles stemming from past misconduct allegations, which led to the couple relocating multiple times in search of stability. Additionally, Anna has remained active in the family's business ventures, including the operation of their Little Hands, a ministry organization founded by the Duggars. If the home was indeed purchased for her, it could signify an effort by Jim Bob to provide financial security amid ongoing challenges. The recently acquired $1 million property is located in Springdale, Arkansas, a rapidly growing city within the Northwest Arkansas region. Situated near the University of Arkansas and major corporate headquarters, such as Walmart's global offices, Springdale offers a mix of suburban tranquility and economic opportunity. The neighborhood surrounding the home is characterized by its quiet residential streets, proximity to local schools, and access to essential amenities, making it an appealing location for families seeking stability and convenience. The home itself is a spacious, single-family residence built in 2023, reflecting modern architectural design and high-end finishes throughout. Spanning approximately 4,500 square feet, the house features 5 bedrooms, 5 full bathrooms, and 2 half bathrooms, ensuring ample space for a growing family. The open concept layout includes a grand entrance with high ceilings, a formal dining area, and a large living room with custom-built shelving and fireplace. The kitchen boasts top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances, quartz countertops, and a sizable island, catering to both functionality and aesthetics. A primary bedroom suite occupies one wing of the home, complete with a luxurious bathroom featuring a soaking tub, walk-in shower, dual vanities, and a sizable walk-in closet. Additional highlights include a dedicated office space, a bonus room above the garage, and an expansive backyard with mature landscaping and a covered patio ideal for outdoor gatherings. The property was purchased through a limited liability company, a common practice among individuals seeking privacy in real estate transactions. While the LLC used for the purchase is registered under Jim Bob Duggar's name, the deed does not explicitly state who will occupy the home. This method of acquisition allows for greater discretion, shielding the ultimate beneficiaries from immediate public scrutiny. Although no official statements have been made regarding the intended occupant, the involvement of Jim Bob Duggar in the transaction suggests that the home may serve a specific purpose within the family structure. Whether it is meant as a gift, a rental property, or a strategic investment remains uncertain, but the choice of location and the home's generous size indicate that it could comfortably accommodate a multi-generational household if needed. Given Jim Bob Duggar's extensive history of financially supporting his children, the acquisition of a $1 million home raises questions about its intended use. One plausible explanation is that this property serves as a gesture of support for Jana Duggar, who has faced considerable personal and financial strain following the legal troubles of her husband, Josh Duggar. Over the years, the couple has relocated multiple times, often relying on the broader Duggar family network for housing and financial assistance. If Jana is indeed the intended resident of this newly purchased home, it would align with Jim Bob's long-standing tendency to provide shelter and stability for his children during difficult periods. Beyond offering direct aid, another possible motivation for this purchase is asset protection. In light of Josh Duggar's past legal issues, including a federal child pornography conviction, there may be concerns about how future legal proceedings or financial settlements could impact the family's resources. By acquiring the property under an LLC rather than directly in Jana's or Josh's name, Jim Bob may be taking precautionary measures to safeguard assets. This approach is commonly employed by individuals seeking to separate personal holdings from potential legal liabilities, ensuring that the property remains secure regardless of external circumstances. If the home was purchased with this intent, it would reflect a calculated effort to protect family wealth while maintaining discretion. Additionally, the possibility that this home serves as an investment cannot be overlooked. The Duggar family has engaged in various real estate ventures over the years, including buying and selling properties for profit or renting them out for steady income. Considering the current real estate market in Springdale, Arkansas, a city experiencing steady growth due to its proximity to major corporations and educational institutions, the decision to invest in a high-value property could be part of a broader financial strategy. If this home is eventually leased or sold at a higher value, it may generate significant returns, reinforcing the family's financial resilience in the long term. The revelation that Jim Bob Duggar had purchased a $1 million home in Arkansas quickly sparked reactions from fans and media outlets alike. On social media platforms, discussions surrounding the transaction ranged from curiosity about its implications to skepticism about the family's financial dealings. Some supporters of the Duggar family viewed the purchase as a natural extension of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's long-standing commitment to providing for their extended household. Comments on fan forums and Facebook groups emphasized the idea that, given the family's religious beliefs and emphasis on close-knit support, assisting a struggling member like Jana Duggar would be expected. Others, however, questioned the timing and necessity of such a high-value property, especially in light of past reports of financial difficulties within the family. News outlets covering the story took varied approaches in interpreting the purchase. Some framed it as evidence of the Duggars' continued financial influence despite past setbacks, highlighting Jim Bob's history of real estate investments and business ventures. Others scrutinized the transaction more critically, pointing to Josh Duggar's legal troubles and speculating whether the home might serve as a means of asset protection. Legal analysts weighed in on the significance of purchasing the property through an LLC, noting that such arrangements are often used to shield assets from potential legal claims. Meanwhile, entertainment news websites focused on the broader implications for Jana Duggar, examining whether this move signaled a shift in her living arrangements or a renewed effort by the Duggar family to offer her support amid ongoing challenges. Public perception of the Duggar family has long been shaped by their reality television exposure, controversies, and deeply held religious values. For some, the purchase reinforced the notion of the Duggars as a tightly knit unit prioritizing familial duty, while others saw it as an example of preferential treatment or financial opacity. As discussions continued across digital platforms, the story underscored the enduring fascination with the family's personal affairs and the complexities surrounding their financial decisions. The purchase of the $1 million home by Jim Bob Duggar underscores the intricate financial dynamics within the Duggar family and the broader implications of intergenerational support systems. Such transactions highlight how prominent figures manage their wealth, particularly when navigating personal crises and public scrutiny. The decision to utilize an LLC for the purchase not only reflects a strategic approach to asset management, but also illustrates the importance of privacy in high-profile families. This case serves as a reminder of how familial obligations can intersect with financial planning, prompting discussions around transparency, accountability, and the responsibilities of wealth within tight-knit communities.